Hey there, YouTube. I wanted to do a video about siding against Inzektors. Mainly, these cards I'm going to be showing you today are some ways to side against Inzektors and helps them plan your moves ahead so you can work with these cards with your deck. First up, we have the Vanisher of the Radiance. If you can protect this monster, he's guaranteed Macrocosmos, or pretty much they can't use Hornet to get rid of your cards, or send any cards, as a matter of fact. So you want to protect this card as much as you can if you have it out. Next we have up the mainstream card, Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler works with mainly any deck. It's a good staple, and it's also light for a Blackluster Soldier. It's all around great card versus many decks. Next up, if you're running fairies, or but mainly fairy deck, we have Herald of the Orange Light. Herald of the Orange Light can work with fairy decks or the Ritual Herald of Perfection deck. The next up, I think it's an odd choice, but it works most of the time that I've tried it. We have Consecrated Light. They cannot use their cards, or they cannot summon their cards. And when they do, just protect this card, and they will not be able to attack you or normal summon Inzektors or special summon. Just make sure it works with your deck. It doesn't really hurt you that much. Next up, we have another hand trap called Duty Crow. You want to save this card for Hornet. This is mainly the card to use for Hornet, so that it cannot pop your cards and gain advantage. Then next up we have the spell card, Prohibition. Mainly for the Inzektor decks, you want to always want to get rid of their Hornets. Because Dragonfly, just use it to special summon, and they use Centipede to just search their cards out, and you want to watch out for Inzektors too. But you mainly want to call Hornet with this card. Then next up we have Vanity's Emptiness. Make sure they have no Hornet in the grave first before using this, so they can't special summon Centipede and continue on with their combos. All around, this is a good card if you set up well. The next up we have ultimate cheaper version. It's a Divine Wrath. Divine Wrath is also a good card versus main decks, but it's also the steep cost of discarding one card, so you just negate it and continue on with their plays. But it's a good card if you can't get Fiendish Chain, but you won't have to worry about that with the 6 Samurai deck coming out soon. And it has a copy of a common Fiendish Chain, so make sure you get those if you're looking up to get Fiendish Chains. Next up is what I was just talking about, Fiendish Chain. Fiendish Chain works for many decks. It can stop the Inzektors, it stops the wind-ups, stops pretty much anything if it's a effect monster. But due to this format, it's pretty risky with the 3 MSTs, so just make sure of how you use it, and protect it. Then next up, we have Chain Disappearance. Chain Disappearance works with the Dragonflies. If they have to summon their Hornet, and make sure you want to use this on Hornet, so you can get this removed from play. But you also gotta watch out for Levier though, because they could just bring it back. But this is the help stops disrupts their play, and just continue on with your plays and make sure you win the deck. The next up, we have this. When you use their effect, you can just use this when they use their effect and pop it, and just as soon as they use their effect to equip Hornet, just use this and send it back to your hand and stops it for 1 turn. This is not a really good card, but it's still an alternate card to side against versus many of the mainstream cards today for XYZs, or basically Logia or Dolka and make them waste a card. Make them use that Sound Judgment effect. Then next up we have Shadowing Prison Mirror. This is a good card versus Dark World, and also a really good card versus Inzektors. You just gotta make sure you protect this card, and basically, Inzektors cannot use their effects whatsoever. So they will just try to find ways like MST, Heavy Storm, but make sure you you want to protect this card. Then finally, we have is Macrocosmos. Macrocosmos has the same basic theory of Banisher of the Radiance, but it's the trap card version, and any card from the graveyard can't send cards to the graveyard, so you just want to use this card so they cannot send their target, which is Hornet, or any other card, or effect value that they have in their deck. They can't send the graveyard and can't activate effect. But thanks for watching, and thumbs up, comment, and like my videos, and subscribe if hopefully. Thank you guys. Goodbye.